Okay, so hello guys. For this discussion video, we are going to learn about the inverse Laplace transform. So the concept of inverse Laplace transform and Laplace transform is greatly related to the concept of differentiation and integration. So, kung ano ang relationship ng differentiation kag integration, which is an inverse nga operation, so doon muna ang relationship between Laplace and inverse Laplace transform. So, kung magambala kita yung inverse Laplace transform, it is a transform wherein ang aton ginahimo is we are transforming sa halin sa aton nga S nga domain pakanto sa aton T domain nga function. So we will have this symbol nga negative dara sa babaw since we are having an inverse Laplace transform. So inverse Laplace transform sa aton nga S domain. So pakadto sa aton nga T domain. So that is amo nang himuon naton sa aton nga inverse Laplace nga topic. So if you um, would ask, sir, kinanglano namon nga dapat na master namon dani ang Laplace kita mag before kami mag-focus sa inverse Laplace transform. I would say kinanglanon gid or yes, dapat kinanglanon naton i-master ang Laplace transform. So you could refer sa table nga provided ko sa inyo dira sa module about sa inverse Laplace. But somehow, I would say nga kinanglanon gid i-master Japon ang Laplace transform because may mga problems nga wala siya diretsyo nakabutang dira sa table but you have to perform your calculations and basing na sa knowledge nimo sa Laplace. So, it is better nga i-introduce ko sa inyo ang basic na process kung paano magsuma gamit ang inverse Laplace transform. So, for this video, may ara kita sang uh, pila ka process na pwede gamiton if we are going to solve using Laplace, inverse Laplace transform. First one, pareho sa aton nga Laplace transform, we have linearity here, wherein ang constant kina-factor naton. So that is one of the process. Also, second process is through completing the square, which is applying the concept of algebra in the solving sa aton nga inverse Laplace transform. So, and we also have applying the higher application of your intermediate algebra and differential equations nga probably nga topic which is about partial fractions. So this is essential para medyo mangin aware kita sa mga higher mathematics na mga subject. So but for this discussion video, we are going to discuss lang danay duwa lang ka-process which is the linearity and the completion or the completing the square and translation. So let's start with examples diretso kay para medyo mangin madamo nato ng aton nga mga examples. So you can inspect dara sa inyo mga modules about sa Laplace but pwede man nga you can solve together with me as you watch the sini discussion video. So, for example, we are given, say, we have first example, we are given some, or we are asked to find the inverse Laplace transform sang 4 all over s minus 3. Okay, so amo yung ginapapangita sa ating inverse Laplace transform. Okay, so in the concept of linearity, so pwede na ito ni-factor ang tanan ng mga constant. So we have, so this will be equal to, so we have 4, pagwaan natin, then we will have inverse Laplace transform here, then we will have 1 all over s minus 3. Okay, so this one is very much familiar sa aton if we could recall sa concept of your Laplace transform. So we have a formula for the Laplace transform that states that your Laplace transform of e raised to a t is equal to 1 all over s minus a, which looks very much the same sa sininga concept. So if lang tungo nato naton nga a dere is equal to 3. So, pwede siya naton ibase diri ang aton nga answer. So, mabalaan naton. So, let's copy. Sa aton nga constant, we have 4. Therefore, ang aton nga Laplace transform balik naton will be equal to e raised to a naton. So, we have a naton is 3. So, we have 3t. So, this now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so kung imo ni perform gamit ang Laplace transform, imo answer mangin parehas. Okay, so next we will have another example. So if you are going to solve the inverse Laplace transform of 4 all over s squared plus 9. Okay, so linearity. So we are going to factor sa ating nga constant. So we will have 4. Then we will have integral of your -1. So we have integral of 1 all over s squared plus 9. So again, recall sa aton nga topic sa Laplace transform. We could recall nga aton nga we have a formula for the Laplace transform which states that the Laplace transform of sine a t is equal to 1 all over s squared plus a squared. So sa diri sa aton nga problem, aton nga a is or aton nga a squared is 9. So a squared is equal to 9. Therefore, ang aton nga a is equal to 3. So ang ginagamit natin is the positive lang nga value. So we have 3. A natin is 3. So pwede na kita makabalik sa aton nga solution. So we will have, so copy natin ang 4. Then aton nga Laplace transform is sine 80 lang diretso. So we will have sine a naton is 3. So we have sine 3t. So automatic, this will be aton nga final answer. So medyo hapos lang ang concept of linearity, but we are going to explore more examples. So apply to ni sa iban pagiging mga example. So what if we are given some, okay, for number 3, we are going to find the Laplace transform kung ang given sa aton, for example, is 3s all over s squared minus 4. So, muna yung given sa aton, we are asked to find the inverse Laplace transform. So, pwede na ito na factor gamit ang ating linearity. Pagwa na ito ng constant, so we will have 3. Then we will have inverse Laplace transform of s all over s squared minus 4. Okay, so recall that based on the concept of Laplace, may ara kita isa ka formula nga pwede makarelate sini. And this one is your, since take note nga minus ang aton nga sign diri sa dalom, that means we have already a hyperbolic function. So your inverse Laplace transform for this one nga pwede natin ma-relate will be hyperbolic cosine a t, which is equal to s all over s squared minus a squared. Okay, if we base sa sining problem, makita naton nga ang aton nga a sa sining problem is, yung aton nga a squared is 4. So we will have a squared is equal to 4, a naton is equal to 2. So pwede na kita makabalik dayon diretso sa aton nga problem. So we will have capital constant nga 3, and ang aton nga Laplace transform sa sining equation is automatic will be hyperbolic cosine of your a, which is 2. Then we have t. Then this now automatic amo na ni aton nga final answer. Okay, another example. So for example, given sa ato number 4 Laplace transform or inverse Laplace transform ipapangita sa aton sang 3 all over s squared plus 3. So, basing sa aton nga previous nga example, pwede na natin makonclude kung ano ni siya nga klase ng transform. Since we have positive, so either sine or cosine lang na. Since wala kita s sa babaw, that means that this is a sine. So, we have to factor out na isang aton nga constant. So, we have 3 gamit ang linearity. So, we'll have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s squared plus 3. So, we have here, sa aton nga equation, we have, pwede natin siya ma-recall or ma-relate sa aton nga Laplace transform na formula. So, may s squared ka kag mera ka constant sa babaw. So this, pwede natin ma-relate sa Laplace transform of sine at, which is equal to a all over a s squared plus a squared. So based sa sini nga problem, pwede natin ma-relate nga ang aton nga a is, or ang aton nga a squared is 3. So we have your a squared is equal to 3. So therefore, ang aton nga a is equal to square root of 3. Okay, so square root of 3. So, in order for us to relate sa aton nga original nga Laplace transform, kinanglan naton sang a sa babaw, so kinanglan naton sang square root of 3. So, may offset kitang square root of 3. So, in order to compensate for that, kinanglan natin mag-multiply and mag-divide sang square root of 3. Or simply, mo-multiply kita sang 1 lang. So, which is equal to 3. So, multiply kita square root of 3 all over square root of 3. So, we have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s squared plus 3. So, ang matabo dayon, ipasulod nato ng ari nga term. Ipasulod ta siya para may ara na kita value sa aton nga a. So, we'll have, kung mabiling sagwa, we have 3 all over square root of 3, and we have the inverse Laplace transform of your square root of 3 all over s squared plus 3. So, this one, pwede. Ito na siya natin diretso matransform or ma-inverse Laplace transform. So, we will have 3 all over square root of 3, and automatic this one is equal to sine. So, ang aton nga a will be square root of 3 t. So, this now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so medyo hindi pa gid mo na complicated kag ang kinahanglanon lang diri is knowledge about Laplace transform. So we have, what if we are given another equation which is simply lang equation, we have 4, so this is number 5. Okay, so what if we are given some equation, find the inverse Laplace transform of 4 all over s cube. So, amo na yung given sa aton. So, based sa aton nga theorem or sa aton nga process na ginagamit, we will have to apply linearity. So, pagwa nato ng constant, so we have 4, then we will have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s3. And recall, on the concept of Laplace transform, that we have a formula, so nga pwede natin ma-recall or magamit dire. So we have the Laplace transform of t raised to the power of n is equal to n factorial all over s raised to n plus 1. So, we're in sa aton diri nga problem. So, ang aton nga s raised to n plus 1 is equal to, so aton denominator which is s to 3. So, we have n plus 1 naton is equal to 3. So, n gali naton is equal to 2. So, we have n is equal to 2. So, in order nga ma-relate siya naton sa sining equation, kinanglan naton magbutang sang n factorial sa babaw. So, kinanglanon naton sang n factorial. So, balik kita sa aton nga solution. So, we will have, so, negative 1 then we have S3 sa dalong. So, liwat kinanglanon naton sang n factorial. So, we will have 2 factorial sa babaw. So, para ma-compensate, ma-divide na lang ko diretso 2 factorial sa dalong. So, we will have, so this will be equal to 4 all over 2. Then this one will be t raised to n, wherein n natin is equal to 2. So we have squared. So this is equal to 2t squared. This now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so medyo hindi pa gid mo ka hindi pa sir, hapos pa lang sir, hapos pa nga. This is easy if we have um, an idea na sang process of your Laplace transform. So, in order nga matigaan, pwede ka mo additional nga idea. So, let's have more pagid nga example para medyo klaro sa aton. So, so in relation sa aton nga previous nga example, what if we are given your inverse Laplace transform ginapangayo of 2 2 all over s raised to 5. Okay? So, based sa ating ginagamit nga process, pwede na ito i-factor ang ating nga constant, which is 2, and then we will have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s raised to 5. So, pwede natin ma-relate sa aton nga Laplace nga pwede natin ma-relate sa aton Laplace ng mga formulas. So, we'll have t raised to n is equal to n factorial all over s raised to n plus 1. Okay, if we inspect sa aton nga given, we have s raised to 5 is equal to s raised to n plus 1. So, we have s raised to n plus 1 naton is equal sa aton nga s raised to 5. So, pwede ko makancel. So, we will have n plus 1 naton is equal to 5, n naton is equal to 4. So, we need sang 4 factorial sa babaw para pwede ito siya ma-relate. So, going back sa ating solution, so we have 2 here. We have inverse Laplace transform. So, we have s raised to 5. So, kinanglanon ko sang 4 factorial sa babaw. So, para ma-compensate ko siya, dapat ma-divide mo ko sang 4 factorial dere. So, this is equal to, so we have 2. So 4 factorial is 4 times 3, which is 12, times 2, which is 24, times 1, which is 24. So we have 24 here. Then this one will automatically be t raised to n naton, where n naton is equal to 4. So pwede siya naton ma-reduce into lowest term. So this will be equal to 1 all over 12 t raised to 4. This now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so another example, we are asked to find the inverse Laplace transform of, for example, we have 6 all over s. We also have minus 1 all over s minus 8. We have 4 all over s minus 3. So, amo niyang given sa aton, and we are asked to find this inverse Laplace transform. So, pwede siya naton i-distribute ang aton nga symbol. So we will have, so factor out ko na lang daan. So we will have, this will be equal to, factor out ko ang constant, we have 6. We have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s minus, so inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s minus 8 minus 4 all over inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s minus 3. So Okay, so if we recall sa aton nga mga concept of Laplace, so pwede natin balikan this one kabalo kita nga this will be equal to constant na lang diretso. So kay ara sa s na lang aton denominator. So kung ano ang constant sa babaw, that will be automatically the aton nga transform. So this is equal to automatic, this is equal to 6 multiplied na lang by kung anong constant sa babaw. So minus, so aton nga L. So, or Laplace transform of 1 all over s minus 8. So, recall natin sa ating Laplace transform ng mga equation, we have, pwede natin ma-recall, we have Laplace transform of e raised to at is equal to 1 all over s minus a. So, we will have automatic. So, since s minus 8, this will be equal to e raised to 8 na lang t minus, so we have 4 here, so automatic this is equal to e raised to 3t. So aton final answer will be 6 minus e raised to 8t minus 4 e raised to 3t. This now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so this one, basta ang aring idea is based on the concept of a constant. So, magkuha ka sa Laplace transform of any constant. So this will be equal to C all over S. So muna siya ang ginbasihan natin sa niya concept. That's why ang ato nga answer there is 1 na lang diretso. Okay, so we have to answer the inverse Laplace transform of the function 10 all over s plus 2 minus 1 all over 3 s minus 5 plus 7 all over s raised to 5. So, ang muna yung given natin and we are going to find its inverse Laplace transform. So, same with the idea ang gingamit natin baglang. So, pwede kita ma-distribute natin ang aton nga symbol of Laplace kag factor out natin ang aton mga constant. So, we'll have 10. Then, we will have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s plus 2 minus, so we'll have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over 3s minus 5 plus, so inverse Laplace transform, so we have 7 multiplied by 1 all over s raised to 5. Okay, so pwede na natin balikan based on the concept nga gindiscussan kay Gina. So this is exponential na lang diretso. So we will have 10. We have e raised to. So since plus, this will be equal to negative 2t minus. So next, so since we have 3s minus 5, pwede to siya i-convert or pwede to siya i-transform. So pwede ko i-factor out ang 3. So this will be equal to Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over. So factor out ko ang 3. This one will be equal to s minus 5 all over 3. So kung i-factor ko ang 3, so pagwa ko ang 3, so para magkuha lang siya sa 5, kinahanglan ko din mag-divide sa 3 sa 5. So plus, so 7. So hari, Paris, man sige himo naton kagina, this will automatically be equal to sa may factorial factorial. So this is equal to um so we have t raised to n is equal to n factorial all over s raised to n plus 1. So based sa sining nga concept, so automatic mo-divide lang ko the n factorial. So wherein ang aton nga n is equal to, so ma-minus ko sa 5, that is equal to 4 factorial multiplied automatic t raised to n. So t kung nga n will be 5 minus 1, so it is equal to 4 na lang diretso. So this is equal to 10 e raised to negative 2t minus, so integral na ko, so pwede ko ipagwa ang 1/3, so we have 1/3, then automatic ang mabiling is s minus 5 over 3, so that is automatic e raised to 5 all over 3 t plus 7 all over 4 factorial, or 7 all over 24 t raised to 4. So automatic, this will now be ako nga final answer. Okay, so we have your another example, which is finding the inverse Laplace transform of 6. So we have 6s all over s squared plus 25 plus 3 all over s squared plus 25. Okay, so pwede nga nakaamo ni ang pag-plus stars ang problem naton. Okay, but take note nga pwede man, for example, ang given bisaton naka-combine sila. So we have, for example, we have 6s plus 3 all over s squared plus 25. So pwede nga mo ni originally ang problem naton, or pwede nga mo ni nga daan ang given. Depende lang sa pag-plus stars sa problem. So if amo sini, pwede naton siya tungaon. So we have 6s plus s squared plus 25, or pwede nga plus 3 all over s squared plus 25. And then, dira kita ma-perform sa aton nga operations. So, pwede natin distribute. So, we will have inverse Laplace transform of, so, factor out natin ng 6. So, this is equal to s all over s squared plus 25. Plus, so, factor out natin ang constant. So, we will have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s squared plus 25. So this now will be automatic. Pwede na natin malantaw based previous na natin nga example kagina. So we have s squared plus 25. Aton nga a dari is square root of 25, which is equal to 5. So this is equal to 6. Since may s siya, automatic, this is equal to cosine. Then aton nga a base dari is square root of 25, that is 5t. So plus, okay, there is aton nga next nga problem. We have 3, then we have inverse Laplace transform of, kinahanglanon naton sa babaw a. So we have kinahanglan naton a naton is square root of 25, so that is equal to 5. So in order to compensate sa gindugang naton nga 5, dapat ma-divide kita by 5. So that is equal to s squared plus 5 squared. So this is equal to 6 cosine 5t plus 3 all over 5. Then we have sine 5t. So, automatic, this now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so medyo lawig na, but we have to take up more example para medyo puno ang examples ninyo. So we have finding the inverse Laplace transform, for example, of 8 all over 3s squared plus 12 plus, so we have 3 all over s squared minus 49. So, based diri, pwede na natin diretso ma-inspect kung ano ni siya nga type of Laplace transform. So, this one, positive siya. So, plus siya, pwede kita kag wala siya sang s sa babaw, so pwede kita makonclude nga this is a sine function. Next, this one, wala siya s sa babaw, so this is a sine function but minus sa dalom. So this is equal to hyperbolic function. So pwede na naton ma-inspect sa sugod-sugod pa lang natin yung problem. So applying the concept of linearity, pwede kita maka-perform. So we will have, pag ako ang 8, so this is equal to 8. Then we will have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over 3s squared plus 12 plus. So pag ako ang 3, we will have inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s squared minus 49 minus 49. So this is, so we'll have 8. We will have inverse Laplace transform of, so 1. So pwede ko i-factor out ang 3. We will have 3. Then we will have s squared plus, so 4 plus 3 all over inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s squared minus 7 squared. So now, factor out ko liwat. So this will be equal to, so 8 all over, factor out ko ang 3. So inverse Laplace transform of 1 all over s squared plus 2 squared plus 3. Then we have inverse Laplace transform of s squared minus 7 squared 1. So, copy ko lang danay. So, next, we have, so take note, may ara kita dari A nga 2, may ara kita dari A nga 7. So, kinahanglan natin mag-compensate ang mga offset natin. So, we'll have 8. So, para dari, so copy ko danay ang 8 all over 3. So, kinahanglan ko butang sa babaw sang values ng A, which is equal to 2. So, take note nga pwede ko siya kaon dari sa piyak. So, bisan hindi na ko um, or pwede man nga ma-divide na lang ko diretso. So, I have to divide 2 dari sa denominator. Kaya nag-multiply ko dari. So, we have, copy ko na din, s squared plus 2 squared plus, so we have 3. Then we have, kinanglanan ko dari sang 7 sa babaw. So, I have 7. I have to divide by 7. So, this is equal to s squared minus 7 squared. So, this is equal to 8 all over 6. So, this is 8 all over 6. Then, I have the inverse Laplace transforms, automatic na lang. Answer na natin. This one is equal to, so, since plus siya, automatic, this is your sine. Then, ang ato nga A, nga value, so A na to nga value is 2, so this is equal to 2t plus, so ato nga constant is 3 all over 7, and we have, so minus, so this is equal to sine, hyperbolic sine of your A, which is 7, and we have t. So this automatically be aton nga final answer. So hindi pa gali-find na answer, pwede pa kita maka-reduce in lowest terms. So this will be equal to 4 all over 3 sine 2t plus 3 all over 7 sine 7t. So this now will be aton nga final answer. Okay, so since medyo lawig na ang video, so I will be making another video for more examples about the inverse Laplace transform. So this is it. Thank you. Stay safe. God bless.